Here with Mozamil Nawaz. He is the president of WACO Canada. He's brought a team down to the U.S. to mess us up. How's the team looking, Mozamil?
They're looking great. We're really excited to be here. We've got athletes from across the country, from the eastern corridor to the western corridor. We're excited to be here. We love Florida. We love coming down to the U.S. We've got a great relationship with WACO USA, and we just want to help our athletes get experience on both sides.
What does the training look like in Canada? Do you guys do anything differently? And if so, what would that look like?
We do a lot of sports psychology work. We've been working on that over the last few years, we found that the training modalities between Americans and Canadians are very similar in terms of the boxing, the kickboxing, the martial arts. What we found was lacking for us was a little bit of sports psychology. So we spent the last 2 or 3 years focusing on that area. But I think essentially we train our athletes the same.
Now, recently the sport has got accepted into nothing less than the Olympics. And so you guys must be thrilled, first off. And secondly, what kind of work went into that, and how is Canada going to be involved in that whole transition over to the Olympics?
You know, I have to give, shout outs to Rob Zablinski. He's the president of WACO USA. He was instrumental in getting, the U.S. recognized by the International Olympic Committee. The WACO board internationally has done a remarkable job over a very short span of time. If you think about it, WACO kickboxing was just accepted to the IOC in 2021. And before that, they were a provincial member for only 3 years. So in 3 years to be accepted to the IOC as a full member, incredible. So now what's happening is, I think across the US and Canada, all of our states and provinces are trying to get organized so we can get to a point where we can have a very vibrant USA nationals, a vibrant Canadian nationals, and we want to get all of our athletes competing with each other regularly so we can start competing against the Europeans, which right now are the dominant force in kickboxing.
Yeah, no question about that. They just have so many more shows, and their fighters that they started at such a young age. And what would you say are the most important things that we could do to support the sport here in the Americas?
Well, Rob has put together a very good feeder system to start developing a grassroots program in all the different states. So the states are not involved with WACO USA. I think they need to jump on board, because one of the things that I think WACO provides is a concept of tournaments. So we're used to in North America doing shows. So athletes will come out, they'll do one fight on a Saturday night or a Friday night, whereas in Europe, they have tournaments. So I know, for example, WACO USA has their nationals in March. And a national championships will give an athlete a chance to compete 2, 3, maybe 4 times over the course of the weekend. In Europe, that's why they're so far ahead of us, because their athletes will compete 50, 60 times in a course of 2 years, and they'll have so many more fights than us. So I think one of the things that we need to do across WACO Canada, WACO USA, is support and encourage athletes to participate in tournaments. So if you have American athletes out there that want to compete in the WACO USA Nationals, find out about WACO USA and register for March.
Finally, before we let you go, the fight is Saturday night. Who is the badass on the Canadian team? Who should we be watching in the fights against USA?
Well, I'll tell you, our women, different level. I mean, our guys are great. I support guys. Obviously, I'm a male and I want to support my gender. But I tell you, the women we have coming out of Canada, they're a different breed. They love to fight. They win, lose, doesn't matter. They come in there and they scrap. So I think the 2 women that you're going to see coming out of Canada are going to do outstanding. Joseph, our fighter from Windsor, exceptionally talented Muay Thai athlete. So you're going to see a lot of great Muay Thai coming from him. We have a young athlete from Quebec, Charles, point fighter, has been doing point fighting since he was 4 years old.
Wow.
So we're talking like 20 years of competition. So you're going to see some exciting kicks, fast action. And then we have David Prowse, one of my athletes that I train, exceptionally good boxer. That's his background. He loves to box. And then Daniel Mello, very technical athlete, has fought at the WACO World Championships, has done exceptionally well. All 6 of the athletes that we brought here are incredibly talented, and they're here to put on a show.
All right, can't wait to see it. Mozamil Nawaz, thank you so much for coming to the States. Thanks for your close association with us here in the States. We appreciate it. We're going to grow this sport together.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for having us here.
Yeah. Hey, will you do me a favor? Will you